Very good morning, students. How are you? Welcome to English class. Today, we are going to see the remaining things from Down the Rabbit Hole lesson. Shall we see? Okay. Before that, what did we see yesterday? We have seen that Alice was sitting under the tree with her sister. Her sister is reading the book and she feels very bored. At that time, she saw what? Yes, she saw a white rabbit. And the white rabbit, how the white rabbit is? It is wearing coat and it is taking the pocket watch and it tells, oh dear, it's getting late. Out of curiosity, Alice followed the rabbit, isn't it? What is meant by curiosity? Curiosity means so much interest. With so much interest, she followed the rabbit. Okay. So when she followed the rabbit fell into the burrow. What is meant by burrow? Rabbit house. Okay. And she also fell into the hole. Okay. Into the rabbit hole. She fell into the rabbit hole. And then what happened? Then she landed on a heap of sticks and dry leaves. And then when she stood up, she saw a long, low hall, and that she finds there were so many lamps lit up from the roof, isn't it? Okay, up to this we have seen. Next paragraph, what is going to happen? Let us see, okay? Next paragraph, there were doors all around her, but they were all locked. After trying all the doors, Alice walked sadly down the middle, wondering how she was ever to get out again. Okay, you can see in the picture. See, there were doors all around her and all the doors are locked. It's not open, all the doors are locked. She went near the door and she tried to open it, but there is no use because it is already locked. So she sadly come to the middle of the room. So walked sadly down the middle and wondering how she is going to get out of this room. Okay. Then fifth paragraph. Suddenly she came upon a little three-legged table made of solid glass. So suddenly she saw a little three-legged table. What is that? Little three-legged table. You have seen four-legged table, but here three-legged table. Okay, made of solid glass. That table is made of solid glass. Okay, there was nothing on it but a tiny golden key. Upon the table there was a tiny golden key is there. And Alice's first idea was that this might belong to one of the doors of the hall. So at first Alice thinks that the golden key must belongs to one of the doors. So at first she thought that the golden key belongs to one of the doors. Okay. But alas, what is the meaning of alas? Alas is an interjection word. Okay. Alas is an interjection word we used for sadness. Okay. Unpleasant things or sadness. So, but alas, either the locks were too large or the key was too small. But at any rate, it would not open any of them. So, but then she thought, either the locks are too large and the key was too small. That is, the lock is not fit for the key. Okay, either the key is too small or the lock is too large. At any rate, we couldn't open with that key, with that golden key. Okay, So that she was very sad. So she says, but alas. Okay. However, on the second time round, she came upon a low curtain she had not noticed before, and behind it was a little door about 15 inches high. So, however, on the second time round means first time she has tried to open the door with her hand, it's not open. That is the first time round. Here, second time round, she just comes after the second time. She comes around the door, and then there she saw a low curtain. Low curtain, you can see in the picture. Here, can you see the low curtain? Yes. So, here is a low curtain. She saw that, and when she opens it, she find a little door which is about 15 inches high. It is about 15 inches high. Okay. Then she tried the little golden key in the lock. She tried to open with that golden key in that small door, and to her great delight it fitted, and it fitted the door. Okay, that small golden key fitted that little door. Okay. Sixth paragraph. Alice opened the door and found that it led into a small passage not much larger than a rat hole. And when she opened that little door, she found that it led into a small passage. There was small passage not much larger than a rat hole. That means the size of the passage is like a rat hole. She knelt down. I already asked you to find out the meaning for knelt down, isn't it? What is the meaning of knelt down? We used to say kneel down, isn't it? Kneel past tense is knelt. Okay, knelt down. She knelt down and looked along the passage into the loveliest garden ever. She knelt down and she looked along the passage. She looked through the passage into the loveliest garden ever. She saw a loveliest garden from the hole. Okay. How she longed to get out of that dark hall and wander about among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. He saw a garden. Usually gardens have so many colorful flowers, bright flowers, and also there was a cool fountain is there. And she was longed means she yearned, or longed means we used to say that she wanted to go. She was badly wanted to go. She wanted to go out from the dark hall. She is in a dark hall, no? Dark hall, and she wanted to wander. What does mean by wander? Wander means roaming here and there aimlessly. Okay, without aim, going here and there without any aim. Okay, wander about among those beds of bright flowers. The bright flowers are like a bed of flowers. Okay, so she wanted to go and wander there, and those cool fountains. She wanted to roam in there, or she wanted to wander in the cool fountains there. Okay, but she could not even get her head through the doorway. So she wanted to go there, but she could not even get her head through the doorway. She couldn't even push her head into the doorway. Okay, so because the hole is like a rat hole, how could she go? So she couldn't even get her head through the doorway. Okay, and even if my head, here Alice is saying, and even if my head would go through, thought poor Alice, it would be of very little use without my shoulders. And she is telling that even if my head is going into the hole means, without my shoulders, how can I go through the hole? How can I go through the hole and reach the garden? So that is the thing she is mentioning here. It would be of very little use without my shoulders. Without my shoulders, how can I go there? Well, if my head only can go through the hole means, how can I go without my shoulders? Like that she is telling. Okay. Oh, how I wish I could shut up like a telescope. Now she is telling that she could shut up like a telescope. Shut up. Here shut means becoming short. Okay, becoming short or shrink. We can, in other words, we can say shrink. Shrink means சுருங்குறது. Okay, shrink, becoming short. Okay, shut up like a telescope. I think I could if I only knew how to begin. And she is saying, I think I wish I could shut up like a telescope. Like a telescope. Why here the telescope is there means that is, you can find the old telescope. You can see if you see the old telescope, when it is in use they just enlarge it, and when it is not in use they just shut up, they just closed it, and they made it and they make it small and keep it handy. Okay, so she wanted to shut up like a telescope. Okay, and she said that I only knew how to begin. How to begin means how to become small. So that is the beginning. She just want to begin. Okay, so many out of the way things had happened lately that Alice had begun to think that very few things, indeed very, were really impossible. Here, many out of the way things means unusual happenings that didn't normally happen. Okay, so many unusual happenings happened to Alice lately, and Alice thinks that only very few things were very impossible. Okay, do you understand? 7th paragraph. There seemed to be no use in waiting by the little door. So she went back to the table. There is no use in waiting by the little door because the hole is very small. She couldn't go through the hole. So she went back to the table. She find a golden key, no? So there she went back, half hoping she might find another key. She just have half hope, not full hope. With half hoping, she come back to the table and she searched for another key on it, or a book of rules for shutting people up like telescope. She wanted to be very small, isn't it? Shutting people up like telescope means, is there any book? Because it is a fantasy world, no. There may be any rules book there. So she can take it and read it, and she become very small and she can escape from the room, isn't it? So for that she is searching key and a book. This time she found a little bottle on it, as this is a fantasy world, isn't it? So this bottle, the golden key and all appears suddenly. So this time she found a little bottle on it, on the table, which certainly was not here before. That is, before it was not there. When she took the golden key, this little bottle was not there, said Alice. So she said, oh my god, this little bottle was not there, like that she is telling. And tied round the neck of the bottle was a paper label with the words drink me beautifully printed on it in large letters. Okay, she saw a little bottle, isn't it? And in the little bottle, in the little bottle's neck, there was a label. There was a paper label, and in that paper label, words drink me words was beautifully printed in large letters. In large letters it was beautifully printed. Large letters means capital letters. Okay, you can find here. Okay, she saw a bottle, and in the bottle's neck there was a paper label that drink me is written. Okay, do you think that she will drink it? Actually it is a fantasy world. If she drinks means anything may happen to her. Do you think that she will drink it? Let us see in the next paragraph. Okay, it was all very well to say drink me, but the wise little Alice was not going to do that in a hurry. It was all very well to say, okay, it is saying drink me, okay, but she is not going to drink all of a sudden. In a hurry means all of a sudden. She is not going to drink it. No, I will look first, she said. No, I will look first and see whether it's marked poison or not. So she said she is very clever. She thinks that she is very clever. Okay, so she takes the bottle and she checked whether it is marked poison or not. For she had read in several nice little stories about children that if you drink much from a bottle marked poison, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. So she had read in so many children's stories. So in that stories, like this, the bottle appears, and if anyone drinks, that means something may happen to them. If the children drink from the bottle without noticing that it is a poison, means something may happen to them. So she remembers that. She remembers the little stories of children's stories. Okay, she remembers the children's stories. So she checked it. Okay, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later means it may cause harm. Disagree with you meaning it may cause harm to you. If a bottle with the label or if a bottle has poison means it may harm you. So this is the thing she has read in some small stories, some small children's stories, so that she is checking this bottle. Okay, but it is not written like that. However, this bottle was not marked poison. So in this bottle it was not marked poison. So Alice ventured to taste it. What is the meaning of ventured? Ventured meaning taking the risk of tasting it. Taking the risk. Ventured means taking risk. It is not marked poison. It is not marked poison. Even though it is a risk to drink from a bottle. Though because she is in a fantasy world, isn't it? So it is a risk. So she took risk to taste it. And finding it very nice. And she finds it very nice. It had in fact a sort of mixed flavor of cherry tart, custard, pineapple, roast turkey, toffee and hot buttered toast. So these are all the taste she mentioned. Okay, she had drunk from the bottle and its taste is described here. Okay, she very soon finished it off. So she finished it off. She just drank everything from the bottle. Okay, do you think that she will become small or she will become big or something else is happening to her? Let us see. So after drinking from the bottle, what happens to her? Let us see in the next class. Okay, if you have book, you just read the remaining story and find out what happens to Alice. Okay children? Okay, thank you. Students, in the previous video you have copied the synonyms, isn't it? After the 5 synonyms, you copied that 6, 7, 8 assignment. I have given 3 synonyms, no? After the 5 synonyms, you copied that. And then you copied this 9, 10, 11, 12 synonyms. So, totally 12 synonyms, okay? And then you have written antonyms, isn't it? 10 antonyms. And then make sentences. 2 make sentences you already finished. And then along with this, you finish this 3 make sentences, okay? So your assignment is this 3 make sentences you have to finish, and then I'll give some question answers in the assignment group. Okay. Thank you students. Let us see in the next class.